What's up, guys? Welcome to the Fomo Factory. Today we're gonna take a look at altcoins. Are they running out of steam, or are we ready for a big next leg up? Also, there is a golden cross that just happened for Bitcoin, which did not happen for 18 months. But on the other hand, there's also a weekly death cross about to happen, which has never happened before. What could that mean? And is some big volatility entering the market right here? Let's take a look at that. First of all, welcome to the Fomo Factory. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done already. Smack the bell notification and the like button, of course. And let's take a real quick look at the market first. So when we look at Bitcoin at the moment of recording, we are sitting just over $23,000. What I noticed is, which is very, I don't know if it means anything basically, but what we get in this bear market, a bear market is usually we get more green candles than red candles. I don't know if you noticed, but the thing is that the red candles go down way faster and the green candles are kind of boring us out, right? But now it looked like it turned around, right? So we got a big ass red candle right here, and then we go sideways, a little up for a long time. Again, big red candle here, sideways up for a long time. Here as well, big ass red candles, sideways up for a long time. Again. And we bottomed at around $15,500. But what we see right now is we see a, kind of the opposite, a big spike up, and now also sideways for a long time. Is the trend changing maybe? That we now go up, sideways, up, sideways, up, sideways. Could be. It doesn't have to mean anything, right? But it's what stands out to me right here. But Bitcoin is holding up around $23,000 right now. It is a hard level for Bitcoin. I mean, we do have, a lot of support at around 22.5. But on the other hand, there is also a lot of resistance slightly above, like 23.678, give or take, right? Even slightly over 24. If we do break this whole area of 24, 25, then I can see us run all the way to $28,000, give or take. Everybody talks about 30K, but, when I look at 30K, which is here, it's in the middle of these candles, right? The resistance comes in at 28.7, give or take. Must be a doable level for us, to be completely honest. Right now, I also want to check out some specific altcoins right here that I think are pretty interesting. The altcoin market in general, and the rest of the week I have some very interesting content as well, also about the portfolio giveaway that you can win. So please smack the like for that. But first, quickly, the S&P. Talked about it before, clearly finally broke out right here, and now it is sitting at some big resistance. So the S&P, it finds some struggles right here. I don't know if we will break this level that easy. If we do, then I can see the S&P spike all the way to $4,300, give or take. That, if that happens, should pump crypto as well pretty hard. The USDT dominance also broke its trend to the downside. So people are moving their USDT finally into crypto again. And it's sitting at some support right here. If we do break this, then this could be a big lag for Bitcoin, like a 50% run for Bitcoin if we manage to eventually get to this support line of around 5% dominance, right? We're now sitting at 6.6%, because that drop is just as big as this drop that we have already seen, and that was already a 50% move as well. Now, if we look at altcoins, that's pretty interesting. I talked about this before, like the total market broke out easily, right? The total 2, everything except Bitcoin, also broke out, but the total 3 did not break out yet. Well, it finally did break out right now. And it broke out for a while already. But if we look on the weekly is still trying to, we have the first candle really above it. But it's quite early this week. We do not know if it's going to close here, of course, yet. So it might be that we come back below it, right? I mean, this 357 billion level seems like a big support level to me. 355, basically, right? This area right here, which also comes in line with the bull market support band. So, although altcoins pop right now, we want to see it maintaining, right? And this is mainly because of AI, probably. Right, we've seen AI projects pump like bull market stuff, 200% one day, the next day another 200%, like absolutely crazy. But then again, if we look at the daily chart, then you clearly see that we are already closing a couple of days above this line, right? And yeah, that's a very good sign in my opinion. And I think the altcoin market can definitely have a very big push to the upside if we contain this level right here. I do said like, okay, there is something we want to be a little careful about, and that's this right here. So I talked about this golden cross and this dead cross. Maybe you already know it. But a golden cross and a death cross is basically when the 50 and the 200 daily and weekly moving averages cross. And this is quite, so it kind of comes in line with the price is sitting at another level than the average price over the last 50 weeks, for example. That's kind of what it means, right? So what the thing is right now, we got we got a golden cross and a death cross coming at once, and that's kind of exciting. So if we put it on the daily right here, and we have the 200 and the 50-day moving average, you see that we just got this golden cross right here. And there were periods where we got that golden cross. For example, we got one right here. Right, we got one right here. But what happened? Bitcoin dumped from 9K till 8K, right? It kind of, Benjamin Cohen pointed it out as well, so I'm not really going to repeat him. But what usually happens is when we get a golden cross, people think that's very bullish. But at first, usually we get a, pretty decent pullback. But overall, over the longer term, it means the trend is going up. So we just had it. Bitcoin is not really responding to it so far. Basically, yeah, we went from 23.7 to 22.7. I don't think that's the response of the golden cross yet. So, does it mean anything when this happens? I don't know. We have to take a look at it. But it's very exciting. After all, here we got a golden cross as well. Bitcoin first dumped and then continued its way up. However, if we look at the weekly, this is something else, because here we got a death cross coming. If we zoom in, the death cross should be coming next week. And we did not have that before. So very simple, the blue line dives underneath the green line. If you look, we did not have that yet. We almost had it right here in 2015, but we dodged the bullet right there. And instead, we got a big-ass bull market, right? So that's what happened right here. But the blue line wasn't really skydiving towards the green line right here, right? And what you see right here, it's actually happening, right? It's coming straight at it. So yeah, it would be very weird if we do not get that. So what does it mean? How is Bitcoin going to respond? Nobody really knows. So we have to wait for that to see how that's going to turn out. But if you are longing or shorting the market, I will be a little careful right now. I think there is a lot of volatility coming. I also do these trading challenges on Fairdesk, but I am, slowly waiting for the market to give me a little more, clarity on what it's going to do, because it's kind of hard right now. It could go either ways. I won't be surprised if we go all the way back down to 21K. I won't be surprised if we go all the way up to 25K and even maybe more volatile than that. So please be a little careful. Back to altcoins though. Let's assume, the golden cross and the death cross, they don't have a big impact, right? So what we're looking at right now, let's take a look at some altcoins. So how is Cardano, for example, doing? A lot of people love Cardano for some reason, and we want to know how that's doing. Well, Cardano also finally broke out of its downtrend that it's been in since August 2021. It broke out, right? And it also is sitting above its bull market support level right now. So when it comes to this, I feel like, okay, Cardano is showing some real strength right here. It even bounced perfectly off of this. So I won't be surprised to see Cardano run to around, it's not that far from where we are right now, but 43 cents is definitely possible. And if we break that level, then we might even see a price of 56 cents for Cardano. And, 56, is that correct? Yeah, 56, give or take, for Cardano in the medium term. However, do keep in mind always, if you check out these charts, check out the stochastic RSI. It is very overbought. Now, it could stay overbought for a long time while the price goes up, but eventually it has to reset, right? And that's why you want to be a little careful with it, because then it's going to find its first support point as well, and that's 33 cents for Cardano. So I don't know. I'm very much in the middle of where things might be going right now. You also always want to look at their Bitcoin pairs. And when we look at Cardano Bitcoin, it's still getting rejected. We had a rejection right here, right here. We had a rejection right here. We got another rejection right here. And now we are just here. So Cardano is, when it comes to its Bitcoin pair, sitting very close to its cycle lows, right? We had the cycle low in December, which was just, 1.5 months ago. And we are not that far from now. It's 14% down, right? Basically. So if you want to buy Cardano with your Bitcoin, you're basically buying the low though. Not a couple of altcoins. Phantom did very well. Of course, it was in this pattern right here. Well, I think we can get rid of that because that's not accurate anymore. It had absolutely run right here. And of course, it's finding resistance at around this area of, this right here, which is very understandable. We had a lot of resistance right here, right? And that's where it struggles right now as well. It doesn't mean it can't break, right? But the difference is this was a bull market and this is a bear market rally. So I won't be surprised to see a couple of altcoins eventually go back down, find some support at some decent levels. So for Phantom, for example, 40 cents, first support. Will it ever go back to around 15 cents? I don't know. I doubt that some altcoins have found their bottom. Some tokens that are doing pretty well as well is Joe. I have to recall, but there was some pretty bullish news about Traded Joe. It's doing great as well. Went from 13 cents all the way to 27 cents. So also a clean 2x right here, breaking its bull market support band. On the daily, we have a couple of confirmations. On the weekly, we want to see it close it above around 22 cents to at least confirm it for this week. So, but that's looking pretty good. Let's take a look at, do we have something interesting right here? If you want me to check out some altcoins, leave a comment, by the way. Let's dive into the gaming section, right? And now I talk about gaming. I will drop a video, a separate video about it as well. And soon I even have an interview on a live stream with the team of the project. So I'm very excited and quite nervous. But let's take a look at a very interesting Metaverse NFT gaming AI project that is about to release their token. And that's Dilithium. So Dilithium, let me show you this right here. Dilithium, I talked about this before. And that's the cool thing, because before AI was the hype, I already talked about this project because it's the metaverse and the gaming, but they're also working on AI, right? They nailed their timing. AI is such a hype right now, and this project has everything ready. They got the funds, the backers, the everything, the gameplay. So they are totally ready to release right now. And I'm very curious to see what's going to happen. So for the people that don't know, Dilithium, you can go to dilithium.com, and here you can build a virtual society with AI meta beings. So with AI powered meta beings in the player created experience, Dilithium is building an immersive, supreme, and as well dynamically generated open world experience for Web3 vanguards. And the cool thing is how they say it, you're not alone, because when the AI powered meta beings in Dilithium can hold private property and participate in game modes to earn income, they're no longer just a controlled character, right? If you play Grand Theft Auto and you smack somebody, then yeah, it doesn't matter because that's just a character, right? It's not anyone. These AI meta beings can actually do things, help you, work against you, work with you. I don't know. It's insane. So the first AAA AI metaverse game with NFTs that raise big funds right here, and that token is going to release. And from what I think, it might be on a big exchange, but let's wait for that information. Let's not speculate too much. Soon I will be having an interview with some people of the team so they can explain everything about when the token is about to come out, what the market cap will be, and this is my Delesium, right? So you cannot invest in this yet, but you can go to DMA here on the website. You can buy in DMA. Now, I said many times, it's quite an investment, right? It's $1,000, but DMA is basically running a node. I'm also running a Gala film node, and I'm getting these tokens every single day before the tokens hit the market. So even before the pre-sale. So when the pre-sale goes on, you can of course also participate there, but when the tokens hit the market, you already have your bag, and I already have my bag of tokens, and I'm getting tokens every day. Also, when the token is already released, you keep on getting the tokens. They have a halving mechanism, so eventually you will get less tokens because it's not an unlimited supply. That's also not what we want, right? But I think this could be really, really, really interesting, and it's definitely worth, for me, my $1,000. So you can get a DMA right here. You can click buy DMA. You have to have it on your Ethereum account on MetaMask or Trust Wallet or whatever. It is a private sale though, because once they go in a public sale, it's when they have sold 10,000 of these things, and with every 100 DMA sold, I think every DMA is getting $50 more expensive. So therefore the private sale is so interesting, because this is relatively very, very, very cheap. So I will leave my invitation code in the description or in the comments. Also cool, if you do have a DMA already, you get such a code as well, right? And everybody that uses your code, if they buy a DMA, you also get another $100. Plus, if they get, for example, 500 tokens every day, you also get 10%, so 50 tokens every day of that. And they don't get less, you just get more. That's already calculated in the tokenomics. So that's pretty cool. It's a very interesting referral system as well. But that's not the main reason I want to share it. I think that this is going to be my main gem. It's very speculative, of course, but they already have the gameplay as well. The trailers are looking slick as hell. I don't know if you have seen the trailers. I've showed you this many times on this channel right here, but this is looking very, very interesting. This is Halo stuff, right? I'm super excited about this metaverse right here. It's very crazy. It's very crazy. So, and a DMA gives you more benefits. You have voting rights as well. You're really a part of the project that way. So it's like really being early. And of course, you have to take a guess that the project is going to be big. But when I look at how much money they raised, millions of dollars already, their contributors, build on Immutable, so many partners right here, very big hype, big following on the Twitter, on their Discord, hundreds of thousands of people already. I think this is going to be a enormous project right here. So this is really my gem. So for the people, again, interested, Delesium.com, click DMA, you can get it right there. They have the world's first playable white paper, by the way. So the white paper is actually a game, which is pretty interesting. You can press any key, and here you can walk around in the white paper and get all the information. So super cool when it comes to that. So that's my gem that I think is going to do very well this year as well. Some gaming tokens, and then we wrap it up. A couple of coins that I have definitely on my radar. Altora. Nothing has really changed since the last time I talked about it. Like I said, the crypto market in general is getting a little overheated when you look at the weekly stochastic. I said to you many times before, right? When the weekly stochastic RSI is in this oversold territory, it's usually a very good time to buy. And when it's overbought, it's usually a very good time to sell, right? And if you apply this right here, you could have made gains on Altora already for 200%, right? You have to time when, of course, because here it was oversold, but here it was oversold as well, right? So you won't nail the bottom and the top exactly, but you at least get your trades right? So that's kind of a cheat code that kind of works so far. D-Race, interesting still, manages to hold this 30 cents level as support. If it breaks through 34, which is a big level, then I can see D-Race go absolutely skyrocket. So it is, you know, risk reward, good ratio in my opinion. Engine Starter also had a big run. Looks like it's holding support so far. right here. If I draw my yeah, whatever. It looks like it's holding support, but then again, as easily the resistance was broken, keep in mind the support can be broken as well. Illuvium, I would like to see the price going lower. I don't like the tokenomics of the project yet. And I'm not buying into a 3x pump, but I do think that Illuvium is a game that will have a lot of adoption in the future. IMX, also not a fan of the token, but the you know, the project itself, yeah, it's perfect. They have the best games built on there, right? Gala, also same story, very good project, but not interested in buying at these levels right now. Nakamoto Games, I will probably go live with some people of Nakamoto Games next Monday, I think. So make sure to join that live stream. We're going to hang around a little bit right there. Nakamoto Games, it looks like it's trying to break this resistance of 35, 36 cents, give or take. And if they do, then we could definitely fly to around 60 cents. But if we do lose steam right here and it gets rejected and this is already heated, then I think it's definitely possible to go back to around between 18 and 15 cents. If it happens, in my opinion, a very good buying opportunity. Volker Forge showing some strength finally, but still in this range between $5 and $2.50, give or take. So, you know, Volker Forge ranging. Volker Forge Bitcoin, it's getting exciting right here as well, because it's still in this pattern. And I said, like, I think it's going to break to the upside. Well, we tried, got rejected. We're still back in it. So, you know, decision time is yet about to come, but this could take till the, you know, middle of March. CeDeFi? CeDeFi not really strong in this rally so far, unfortunately. Then again, yeah, it's a good opportunity to accumulate more tokens because I never have enough. And on the daily time frame, you can at least see that CeDeFi is holding up in its upward trend right here. So it's going pretty okay as long as we don't break this. Then I don't think we're going back to around 88, 90 cents that easy. But breaking to the upside, we have a lot of horizontal resistance right here. Plus we come in line with this bull market support band. And even if we break that, then we have a lot of resistance sitting here at around 150. So it is a tough battle for CeDeFi, but eventually they will make it, especially if they are soon going to release some interesting IGOs, which they are going to do. CeDeFi BNB also kind of stuck in this range still. So a good accumulation phase, if you ask me. Superverse. I bought my back slightly lower than where we are right now, sitting at the top side of the range right here. I think that at around 11 cents is a good area to buy. If we do get there, we're holding above the bull market support band, but we are facing a big resistance right here. So Superverse, sorry, is having a tough battle. However, if we do break this, then I think it's pretty interesting because we also broke this diagonal line right here, and then we can easily go to around 20, maybe even 27 cents. Yeah, and if we do break that, then it's party time, but let's just wait for that first. VRA, a lot of people are very bullish on that project, of course. Also, I'm not a fan of the tokenomics. I'm not a fan of buying into this green pump right here. So if you look at this chart and you wonder, should I buy right now? Yeah, go ahead. I'm not buying right now. Too much resistance right here. Remember, this is the weekly chart, right? If we put it on the daily, you can see it a lot better. We have a lot of candles right here. We have a lot going on right here. So I'm not interested in buying at this point if I am interested in the first place, but the pump that it had was absolutely crazy, 350% for VRA. I like the project a lot. I just don't like the tokenomics of it. So these are the altcoins that I'm having my eye on: the Dev Cross, the Golden Cross, Dilithium, Bitcoin in the coming, you know, days, weeks, some altcoins, the total 3 that at least broke out, and now I hope it's going to hold that trend as well. I think I had everything. I did. So with that being said, thanks for watching. If you have not subscribed to the channel, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Tomorrow I will be dropping a video about the portfolio challenge that we are doing that you can actually win. So make sure to stay tuned for that, like the video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.